Cyrus got exposed. Is this what you're referring to?
The commentary YouTuber Cyrus.
All right, relax.
The commentary.
Relax, I said. Relax. We got to go look up who Cyrus is. Cyrus. Let's see. This channel doesn't have any content. Looks like Cyrus is being a sussy baka. All right. All right. You guys keep asking me to look into Cyrus. They said that Jaden. Well, it's Jalen. What's the difference between your channels?
Sky Does Minecraft was
what are you doing? What's going on here? Just pick a name. Okay? Pick a name. All right, you weirdo. Anyway. Let's see what we got here.
YouTuber
Cyrus got exposed.
Has been exposed for some very bad things, and it appears.
Hold on, let me see what
the
this
commentary
says.
YouTuber Cyrus has been exposed for some very bad.
There's nothing you can say to ever make this right. A child. I don't know what this is. The N-word? I don't know. I will say one thing, because I was gonna make a joke about how Cyrus doesn't have a PFP as their representation of themselves instead of an actual face of them.
The commentary YouTuber
and
Cyrus
Jaden does the same thing, but now Jaden isn't doing the same thing. So I respect the bravery, because it's always it's you know, putting yourself out there more.
Exposed for some very bad things, and it appears that he has wiped his channel and left the internet.
Thank you to those of who watched the video I posted this morning opening up about my actions. Please stop defending me and giving me the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to be gone for a while, so I can really change and hold myself accountable. I don't plan to ever lead a girl on again. I'm so sorry. I've heard everybody. Me neither, because I'm married now. But in my defense, women are dumb and easy to lead on. I'm going to assume we're not just talking about women, by the way. I'm assuming that these women haven't quite hit their womanhood.
Now, I'm going to be real here. I have been a fan of Cyrus for a few years. I've had a couple interactions with the guy, and they've been fairly pleasant, and everything that I've heard about the guy has been extremely positive. Most people that are talking about this share the same sentiment that he was a good guy. Everyone thought that he was a good guy. Like, there was nothing bad that you could possibly say about him. However, recently, some horrible things have come out about him, and he has admitted to a lot of this. Now, for those of you who don't know who Cyrus is, he was a commentary YouTuber with over 1.47 million subscribers.
I guess the tag here isn't correct, because it says Cyrus is okay, and it sounds like Cyrus isn't quite okay.
Commentary YouTuber with over 1.47 million subscribers. And he blew up around like 2018, 2019, around the same time as people like Scrubby, and he would essentially make reaction commentary videos. And
man, there's a lot of those.
He was pretty good friends with other commentary YouTubers, such as Diesel Patches and Optimus. He and Optimus even had a podcast together. And another associate of Cyrus's would post this tweet that shocked everyone. Allegations against Cyrus have come out, and I'm investigating them right now. Earlier, he uploaded a now-deleted 3-minute video confessing to mentally abusing girls on Discord. But more damning evidence has been leaked of him confessing to sleeping with a 12-year-old when he was 16.
Oh my god, what's up with these kids? Jesus Christ. Well, that's certainly inappropriate. To me, I'm not the most smartest man in the world, but like, I know I say this all the time. My wife is a behavioral specialist for adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Some of the people that she deals with, not always directly, you know, because she doesn't have those houses, but she still interacts with the people who do. So she has some experience with, you know, at least working with some pedophiles. You know, it's a really tough field there. For a 16 and 12-year-old, technically wouldn't fit the definition. I believe you have to be 16 years old. The person has to be within 5 years younger than you and under 16 as well. So they technically have to be 11. Either way, this would probably be classified as a behavioral issue more than anything else. And this person definitely needs to see actual therapy before this turns into a problem as they get older. Not good. So I certainly wouldn't say it's the same thing as somebody that's like 30 talking to 14 or 13-year-olds or what they think are 13-year-olds, EDP. I don't know how old this person is, but yeah, like I said, this most likely boy, and I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know because I've never talked to the person and I never will, but it's probably like a behavioral thing that this person really needs to get a handle on it, like now. Like, go to a therapist and talk about this, and because this is obviously a very bad behavior that they're exhibiting. So yeah.
And this right here is a re-upload of Cyrus's now deleted apology video.
I've been f***ing up for a really long time, and I've been...
How old is this YouTuber? Is there any way to figure out their age? I wouldn't be able to figure it out. How long ago was this?
Hurting a lot of people, especially a lot of women on the internet, and I just can't keep going on receiving all this positive support and pretending like everything is fine, daily uploading like I'm not f***ing up every day.
I feel like there's probably more.
So I wanted to take the time.
Okay, there's another video of Cyrus from Optimus. Maybe we'll watch this.
I just want to be completely honest with you guys, as I've been being honest with all of the girls that I had basically led on and hurt for so long. I
don't, listen, I'm going to be real with you. I don't care. Google says Cyrus is 19 right now. Okay. I don't care if Cyrus led girls on and hurt them as long as they're within like a consensual age. Like, it makes him a fuckboy. Nothing illegal. I don't care. It shouldn't be that. I mean, we've all been there, I guess. You know. Although I didn't lead girls on, I would tell them, oh, I don't want anything too serious, and I'm in an open relationship, and all this other stuff. And it was true. And I'd be like, but, you know, I'm open to anything. No, but all jokes aside, I don't really care about that. It just makes you, like, kind of an asshole that you need to grow up. But, like, that's not the same as this kid stuff.
I've grown up on the internet for just about my entire life, and every single phase I've gone through, every single negative part of me that I've gone through, other people have had to experience on here. And it's a lot easier to mask in a 10-minute video than it is with people that I talk.
Now, as you can tell, so far, he is extremely vague in this.
Why are they coming forward, though? Like, what is it? Somebody must have, like, said they're coming forward with the information.
This video, and he's just very vague throughout this entire video. And he does bring up that allegedly he had with the 12-year-old. He says, however, that wasn't the case, and that this person was not actually 12, and that wasn't true.
But I was just hurting them. They were all thinking that they had met the one. They were all thinking that we were going to have a life together and shit. And that.
Oh my god. Well, that sounds like he was telling them that. I've never told that to a girl. That's a little too far. Jesus Christ. Jesus, what are you telling these girls? What are you, like, what are you, like, pretend simping for them? Like, oh, I'm gonna fall in love with you, blah 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 blah.
That just wasn't true. It has led to me hurting a lot of people, man, and some of those people even being younger than me. Some are saying that one of the girls was like 12, but I just want to go ahead and say that's not the girl's age at all.
Now, after that video was uploaded, it at first kind of received a positive reaction. A lot of people are just like, oh, hey, good for you. You're taking accountability for these bad things that you did.
Maybe. I will say, though, it's hard to differentiate, but there's, like, this new wave of performative apologies people will give out, especially when, like, some of the things that they've done wrong aren't even that bad, where they'll self-expose just so that they seem a little bit more virtuous. You know, it's like, oh, man, back in the day, I used to be so racist. I used to walk up to black women and say, your hair is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, it makes them come out in a way that, like, makes them look positive. In this case, it's probably, I would assume, could be wrong, somebody was going to come forward with something, so he was, like, jumping ahead of it, I guess. But okay.
Sounds like he cheated on people, played with people's emotions.
I don't care.
Definitely really messed up, right? But
really.
That's it.
That's not good, but that's not really messed up. I called fucking sexing a 12-year-old at 16 really messed up. I wouldn't call, you know, cheating on somebody. It's not right, but it's between them. Leading girls on, still not right. Depends on what they agree, but, you know. Cyrus is 19, I guess, right now.
Right. Nothing was really illegal. Nothing predatory happened here. However, according to Augie, in this leaked call, he admits to have sexting a 12-year-old girl, and apparently did this for over 3 years.
In which direction? Because it's kind of important. So from 12 to 15 or from 9 to 12? I'm trying to figure out which one's worse. I know you'd be like, well, obviously the 9 to 12 is worse, but, like, the 9 to 12 means he was 12 to 15, which 100% shows this as a behavioral issue and not necessarily, like, some kind of, like, actual pedophilia. Whereas the other one, it's a little more suspicious. But then again, I don't know. I'd probably call that actual grooming. Yeah, I think we finally found one. We finally did, fellas. We found an actual instance of, well, potential, alleged instance of actual grooming. We did it, guys. It only took us the entire time we've been on the internet to find something like this. Because everybody calls everything grooming, but okay. Yeah, both are bad. Well, I wonder. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I had no reason to say hello to her. There wasn't anything specific about her or something. It wasn't because of her age or anything, or because of how she looked or anything. It's just somebody showed me that they really, like, wanted to do shit with me. And I was like, wow, somebody wants to do shit with me. And then it happened that first time, right? And then the next day, I felt a bunch of guilt. And I was like, dude, I was really fucked up last night. Like, can we forget that happened? And then, I don't want to go into the conversational specifics, but I'm going to try to. It went something along the lines of that. And then she was like, so you didn't like it? I was like, well, I did, but it's wrong.
Is Cyrus ugly? Probably. Like, not even like a dunk. We're not even doing dunk time. But, like, honestly, I feel like in this age of, like, it's super big incel, like, cringe fest, it opens the doors for, like, people that are so desperate to do anything with anybody. Which sounds like this is what it is. He needs to see an actual therapist.
And I was never able to put in the words why it's wrong, even though it's obvious. I'm older than her. I'm too old for her at this age. It's kind of weird. It's pretty weird. I don't know. It wasn't ever about her age, so I mean, that's just what made me feel so fucking wrong about it in the beginning.
And a few videos from his exes have even gone viral.
Ooh, when I posted a silly little TikTok trend about my abusive famous ex, and within the span of 6 days, went from getting death threats from his fans to saying texts from his best friends because he admitted to little crimes in his response. Well, I don't care. I mean, what made him abusive?
On TikTok. Now, there is a lot of, like, screenshots and stuff everywhere, a bunch of allegations from old exes and stuff. There's people on Instagram who have called him out. It's a lot, okay? And I'm not sure about the validity of all of these claims. However, it is pretty clear that he did some sus stuff on Discord, and it's to the point that many of his old friends, such as Optimus, have essentially cut ties with him. And after all of this came out, Cyrus would end up deleting all of the videos off of his channel, and he hasn't responded to anyone's messages since all of this has come out. And all I gotta say to this is extremely disappointing. Like, this type of behavior is not something that you expect from someone that's in the commentary community. But apparently this guy
well, I don't know about that, but okay.
Had gotten away with this since he was like 13 years old.
I don't know, I feel like online communities, I guess if you said Minecraft community, that 100%, this guy must play Minecraft.
Like, he was doing this stuff on Discord, manipulating people for years. And somehow got away with it. And somehow, after, like, all the people that have been exposed for this type of stuff, he never once along the way, like, thought to himself, hey, maybe this is messed up. Hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. Hey, maybe I should stop. And so now he's gotten exposed. It's just disappointing. Can people stop this? Can influencers, people in power, famous people, celebrities, can we please just stop this behavior? Stop grooming people on Discord. Stop abusing people. Stop manipulating people. Stop grooming minors. Like, what is wrong with you?
Wow, based, guys, based.
You. Like, how many times is stuff like this going to come out?
Very brave take, Jaden. Thank you. I'm just busting chops.
Like, it's just like every week at this point. Every week there's someone new who's getting exposed for this type of stuff, and it's just so tiring. It really is. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, I uploaded this video talking about Justin Roiland getting fired for Rick and Morty because he's also a weirdo. Go check.
Rick and Morty. Rick. A little inappropriate for the subject matter. But hey, listen, we're having a fun time. On the topic of Rick and Morty, before we watch this Optimus video, I think it'd be good if we did a little bit of a palate cleanser. Okay, I actually auditioned to be the new Rick and Morty voice because Justin Roiland got fired. Here you go.
Rick and Morty cast member, and here's why I should be a contender. Hi, Dan Harmon.
I'm gonna try the Rick and Morty voice. I will beat the fuck out of you if you don't make me dinner, you stupid fucking bitch. I swear to God.
I want to be the...
What do you think? Can I be the new Rick and Morty voice? I think so. All right, Optimus apparently got really upset by this news because they were good friends, and I can understand that. Let's see what we got here.
What's going on, everybody? This is the 8th time that I've recorded this video in the last, I don't know, 16 or so hours, and I feel like every time I record it, at least up until this point, I don't even get what I'm trying to say right. Like, I find it hard to find the words, really, to kind of express and explain really just how I feel and, like, just everything about this situation.
Hey,
I mean,
morning,
I don't know what to say. Like, I'm as a person, I'm really hurt because this is somebody I thought was, like, actually my friend. friend, you know? You think you know a guy, right? And this goes beyond just like some YouTuber stuff, man. This is somebody I thought was my friend. This is a person that, you know, we had each other's phone numbers. We had planned up on meeting up one day and hanging out, and we had all these mutual friends who...
What were you guys gonna do when you met up? Were you gonna wear like a bag over your head or something? Because why didn't you guys show your faces? Like, why? Like, who cares? You know?
All knew him and everything. So I had been friends with Cyrus for going on 4 years or so this summer now. The first collab video and the first time we really started talking was in summer 2019. And obviously, probably by now that it's the next day, now that we've all kind of had
the Harry Potter with a mustache,
the night to sleep on it and think about everything, I'm assuming a good amount of you have already heard the allegations, especially if you follow me on Twitter. You've heard a lot of what's going on, but the YouTuber Cyrus was...
Well, apparently I follow some people on Twitter because there's a fake Twitter account out there saying that they're Papa Gut. So, like, it's something else. It's something else.
Exposed for some pretty just god-awful shit. I mean, how else can it really be put? I mean, he was accused of being a pedophile. He was accused of mentally manipulating and emotionally abusing several women in his past, including ex-girlfriends, Discord
That's true.
e-girls.
If you don't show your face, it's easier to get hired if you go to a different job. Yeah.
That he was leading on, all kinds of different people that he's hurt. There's a leaked phone call of him admitting to sending a minor a nude photo of himself, in which he pretty much has no remorse for anything at all. He's completely ghosted everybody who...
Oh, really? I didn't get that from his video. I didn't get that he had no remorse from that little thing that we saw. Maybe he shows more.
Was supposed to be his friend. He's
it's a little hard to it's hard to take this seriously with a dancing Lego Ron Weasley. Well, I think that's Ron is dancing against consent. You know, or for consent, sorry.
Completely ghosted the internet and deleted all of his content off of his YouTube channel. And to just be 100% honest, man, like, I'm still, even the next day, just completely blindsided by everything, man. Like, when I was seeing everything kind of unfolding on Twitter last night and people were saying, like, oh, how could Cyrus do this? And, oh, this is the end of Cyrus and things like that. I didn't know what was going on. So the first person...
I mean, listen, if EDP's still around, Cyrus could stay around, huh?
I called was Cyrus. I called him privately on our phones, and his number is disconnected. Because during all of this, I guess his phone number ended up leaking or something. I don't know the full details of that. That's just what I've heard online. But I wanted to hear from him, like, what was going on, because at first I thought this was just like, oh, you know, another random YouTube drama, you know, maybe someone made a video on him or whatever. But no, obviously I started to see the proof of the allegations, and I saw all of the evidence that had been presented. Unfortunately, I can't really show that in this video because it is going to get this video age restricted, or if not outright deleted by YouTube. I don't want the video to be censored. Therefore, if you want to find any of the evidence that has been basically put out against Cyrus in this entire situation, I've linked down below in the description and in the pinned comment a couple of threads that have evidence of what I'm talking about in this entire situation. So in this video, I just want to kind of clear a little...
Oh my god. It's pretty bad, actually. What the frick, dude? I don't even know if I can show this on stream. Okay.
A bit of things up. I want to talk about my relationship with Cyrus, what I knew about Cyrus, talk about how confused and how hurt everybody is by these allegations as someone that we all thought was our friend, someone that we thought was like actually our boy. You know, people say like, oh, you know, you can't trust your internet friends. And yeah, I get that. But this was somebody we had been in pretty close contact with for 4 years. Like I said, we had each other's phone numbers. He knows what I look like. I mean, I'm pretty much anonymous on the internet, right? But this dude knows what I look like. I mean, that's how like close of a friend this was to me. We had podcasts together. It never ended up being a full-on podcast, but we did make a few like goofy bullshit videos on there together. We made 2 songs together. We had planned over the time to bring back podcasts and, you know, maybe make more music together. We made a bunch of collabs.
Okay, so this is like a screenshot, I guess, from him talking to his ex that tried to expose him. Or I don't care about that. She apparently cheated on her. At least she didn't say it and physically hurt her. That might mean that he actually did that and she didn't admit it, or it's also likely that he's just happy that she didn't like lie about him. Oh, so that's really nothing there.
I have videos together. He's in one of my most popular videos of all time, the Commentary Crusade about Pokimane. Like, that was supposed to be my boy. And it turns out this whole time that it was just a complete double life that he was living, essentially, where he put on this completely different persona and built basically this completely different character that he portrayed to everybody around him, which even includes people that he lived with, because I know people who actually lived with the guy for an extended period of time, and they know this guy extremely personally. I mean, you get to living with someone for a year, like, you get to know them very, very well. And nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw the red flags. Nobody saw any warning signs. Nothing, man. And I want to address a rumor that I've been kind of seeing going around on social media from people before I go any further.
If this is the girl, I'm not, you know what, I'm not even going to show it. It's in his description, but she looks really young. I mean, wow. Like, I mean, obviously she's 12, but Jesus Christ. Brandon, my man needs some real help. Jesus. Said that are My Little Pony pictures and shit. The fuck, bro? Come on. This is terrible. Holy Lord.
I've been hearing rumors that Cyrus has been telling people the reason that he's like stepped away or whatever is so he can focus on going back to school. I just want to clarify, from my knowledge, that is not true whatsoever. The last time that Cyrus got in contact with me was 8 days ago. All he ever discussed in those Discord messages was previewing a new song that he was working on. I assume under his Star67 alias that a lot of people know him under. He made music under that name. I told him a couple hours after he sent the message to send it over whenever he had a chance, and he never responded to me, and I never heard from Cyrus ever again after that. I don't know if it had anything to do with what's now going on, because from my understanding, there was a TikTok kind of making waves a little bit, like it was like a real small TikTok that had like exposed him or whatever, that was going around a couple days before all the allegations really kind of hit the mainstream or whatever. So I don't know if that was really related or what the whole deal with that situation was, but I never heard from the guy ever again. And obviously now I'll never hear from him again. You know, I don't have any intentions of ever talking to Cyrus again. After everything that's come out, like, how could I? You know, how could I ever affiliate with somebody like that again? How could I ever call someone like that a friend again? And the truth is, man, like, I've looked through all the evidence. I saw the text messages. I saw the leaked phone calls. The evidence is just bulletproof. I mean, there's been allegations that have come out against content creators and people in general in the past. You know, it could be like an anonymous TikTok, right? Where just someone with no face, no name, no evidence accuses somebody of doing something just to like try and get back at them or to like, you know, defame them or whatever. But the evidence in this situation is just rock solid. It's bulletproof. I mean, as someone who knew him for 4 years, I can confidently say that was him in the leaked phone calls, and the pictures of him are real. And it's just all so fucking insane. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach. It honestly makes me want to cry. Like last night, bro, after I found out everything, I tried to go to bed. I couldn't sleep for hours, man. I was up tossing and turning until 5 a.m. I slept until 2 p.m. today. I canceled all the other videos I was going to work on today to make this one because this is
okay. I mean, I get it. It's upsetting. I just feel like, okay,
just to me a much more important situation to talk about than the other things that I was going to talk about today on the channel. I mean, I'm just pretty fucked up about this whole thing, man. I know I keep saying it, but you think you know somebody. You know, you think you know a guy. You think he's your friend, and everything you ever saw from that person was just bullshit. That's what the part I can't wrap my head around. The Cyrus I came to know and love.
Feels like this is mostly just him talking about how he said that it's like, I get it, but okay.
Saying like, there's so many people who do YouTube shorts and make commentary videos that were like close with this guy, and he gave advice to, and like he had who quote unquote knew Cyrus for multiple years. Brought up, and this is somebody who I knew like personal family details about, like family.
Okay.
This guy like that, for him to ghost him or whatever, to the disgusting things that he would say to people over text messages and just disgusting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much it. The twit longer? There's a Cyrus twit longer? Jesus Christ. How deep does this go? Well, he doesn't have anything linked in here, so I don't think I can really go anywhere. All I could find is Miley Cyrus. I don't know that I need to see the twit longer. I mean, like, what am I missing here? Who's Halen? Are you talking about Jaden? What update
Sky does
video?
Minecraft.
This video, right? We just watched this video. Who's Halen? What the fuck? Halden? What? Okay, there's an update.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about an
I guess this is an update to what?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about an update to the Cyrus situation. So if you guys don't know, Cyrus was a commentary YouTuber with 1.5 million subscribers who got exposed for doing some pretty disgusting things, ranging from verbally abusing women on Discord to changing inappropriate.
I mean, everybody in how many young boys do that all the time? I don't care about that. I'm not trying to be rude. More about the young girl.
Images with minors ranging as young as 12 years old. But a lot has changed since I made.
Is there more than one, or is it just that one?
My last video in the situation. The first thing I want to go over is the evidence from his ex-girlfriend, Hello Indigo. Hello Indigo dated Cyrus for a short amount of time while she was a freshman in high school. She made some Instagram stories exposing.
I'm assuming they were like the same age-ish.
Exposing exactly what Cyrus was like. Not good. So I'll show you that now. Okay. I don't care. I'll say his name now since everyone from his little Discord crew is here to hate on me. Cyrus is an abusive weirdo piece of crap who needs some serious help. I've got all of his exes in my DMs telling me they experience the same stuff as me. If you're one of his e-girls here to hate on me right now, literally run away from him. Now obviously this is a pretty bold statement, so she goes on further to explain her experience, saying, "He abused the hell out of me when I was 15. He allegedly groomed a 13-year-old.
Alright. He emotionally abused the fuck out of me when I was 15. I don't know how old she is, but I'm going to assume that they're in the same age range. I don't know what emotionally abused means. I mean, it would contribute to the potential, what did I say before, behavioral issue that he has. I don't really, like, the 13-year-old thing, very different. But we separate that, and, like, this girl probably Like, what was...
And he is allegedly in possession of a lot of CP from all of his female fans that he manipulates into thinking they're friends until they send inappropriate images and he drops them. He allegedly cheated on...
how old are they compared to, like, with the one girl was like 12 to his 16, which is messed up. I'm just wondering, like, there's going to be so many things. The problem is that, like, oh, if this is over a period from when he was like 16 to something, and like he got messages from minors, but if like the minor's 15 and he's 16, I don't really care about that. I care about the 12 and 16-year-old. That's obviously really fucked. I don't, you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care about the more, like, you know, from a legal perspective, you shouldn't be sending any pictures like at underage. But if like two people are 16 and they send each other images, like, morally, I'm not gonna like chastise him for those specifically. Allegedly cheat on his ex 10 times, 10 different women. I just don't care. It's not abusive. It's shitty. Like, I'm more interested in like the real stuff that would be potentially predatory.
On his ex 10 times with 10 different women. He wrapped me into his schizophrenic delusions that he is a literal angel who made a deal with the devil for YouTube fame. He used me for S3 actual stuff when I was a naive freshman and...
Okay, how old was he when you were a freshman? When you were a naive freshman, what was he?
Then dumped me and tells everyone that I'm crazy. Ask any of his ex-friends, that man is crazy. F you, Cyrus. You and your whole washed up, abusing, misogynistic friend group belong in straitjackets. If you...
Alright, so she had a bad relationship with this guy. I don't care.
See me suddenly hop off the internet for a bit, it's most definitely...
Let me go back to that.
Because the little B word will send me a cease and desist like his best friend did. Also, he played a role as a furry in anime groups when he was 13, and he sucks his thumb when he's upset. Now, most of
also don't care about
that is pretty revealing, to be honest. It's a very serious set of accusations, and there
there's so much information.
There's loads more stories like this. His next person who was guilt-tripped, manipulated, and coerced into doing very inappropriate things with Cyrus while they were 15 or 16 years old, and
how old was this person? When I was 15 or 16, I was talking to a semi-famous commentator. How old was he, though?
Cyrus was around 18 or 19. And as you guys can see, this message that he sent...
Because it doesn't say what age she was when he was talking to her.
They were 15 or 16 years old, and Cyrus was around 18 or 19. And as you guys can see, this message that he sent to the 15-year-old was just beyond disgusting. I don't even know why he'd send this to them. Additionally, he's also incredibly emotionally abusive to this individual. If you look at it, he's saying, "Why did you just tell me no?" Obviously in an attempt to use...
Oh... I mean, I wouldn't call that incredibly abusive. That's a weird situation that's happening. The way people are talking about it's kind of bizarre.
Anger is a controlling tactic, which is messed up on a lot of levels. But to add it up, there are about 6 different stories from different girls that corroborated what Cyrus had done, which based on his admission statement and the phone call that I showed in the last video, is pretty hard, unanimous proof that this guy is guilty of exactly what he was accused.
Yeah, some of these things he's guilty on. I'm quickly reading through this twit longer. I guess I could read through it, but like one of the girls was 15 when he was 17. I don't care about that specifically.
Accused of. Now, his former very close friend and commentary YouTuber Optimus released a video about this situation. Now, along with highlighting his experience with Cyrus, detailing that he didn't really see any of this coming, and saying that Cyrus did a very good job of hiding this part of his personality, he's made aware that Cyrus has cut off contact from Discord, from phone calls, from basically any outside contact. Additionally, if you were to go to Cyrus's YouTube channel, you'd find out that all of his videos were privated, which, if calculated from his social blade, was close to 129 million views. It's evident that he's gone, at least for now. But will he be gone forever? In Optimus's video on this topic where he highlighted his experience with Cyrus, he detailed that he might come back to the internet under a different alias. I actually think this is quite likely, as Cyrus doesn't have many other skill sets and is likely to return to this profession because he was good at making YouTube videos. Chances are he has a pretty good understanding of how the algorithm works and how to grow his channel from scratch. So if he were to start fresh, it wouldn't take him that long to blow up. However, let me know down in the comments below whether or not you think Cyrus will return to the internet or YouTube. Do you think he's owed the right to be able to return? Or do you believe that he is forever going to go down in history as a groomer and an abuser? Anyway,
I mean, so listen, because I'm gonna end this off because it's this is like the weird kind of this is weird that this is like content or whatever. But all right, so there's multiple different allegations. I'm not gonna sift through all of them. There seems to be most of them like are within a reasonable age range of about 2 years, so 2 maybe 3 years, which I wouldn't consider that bad. Depends on the age. Not ideal. The abusive stuff, like he cheats on them, I don't care about the cheating, honestly. It doesn't make you a good person, but like it's not that everything's abusive. The 12, 16-year-old thing, that's like the big issue. I would say that like, yeah, whether he comes back or not is wholly irrelevant to me. more than anything else, he really does need to see like an actual therapist, not like some performative, like I need to see therapy, like an actual, because like that to me communicates the potential start to pedophilia. And like right now, based on like 16 and 12, I would call it probably a behavioral issue more than anything else, that if it's caught early can get him away from going down the path of being a pedophile. If he doesn't, though, we could see somebody develop into like a really like not a good person. As far as coming back, I mean, I don't. That's not really the goal to me. The goal to me is for him to not grow up and abuse children, right? So, yeah, I guess if he ever saw this, not that he would, like actually seek help from a therapist, or this is you're going to be struggling for the rest of your life with like the desires to molest children. Not to be blunt about it, you should definitely see a therapist before, like, you go too far and end up fucking doing something really, really bad that you can't come back from.
I want Papa Gut to pee on my face, but just as a friend. There's nothing weird about that. I want him to pee on my face.